Hello, my name is Faith Laughlin, and I'm presenting my lifestyle project and the changes I decided to make this week and measure how much I changed my impact on the environment. So I chose Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to work on all three changes, which was diet change, water, and electricity. I decided to pick these days because I was off of work all 3 days, and I wanted to make sure I was able to make conscious changes while I was at home so I could really track my progress. The first I decided to work on was my water usage. Before I made changes, I was using about 1,220 gallons per day of water. This was between showering, taking baths, doing dishes, doing laundry, things like that. My biggest consumption of water came from showers, and I was using around 65 gallons per day because I take about 3 showers a day, morning, noon, and night. I decided to make this change by only taking 1 shower per day in the morning, and I would time it. It was around 5 minutes. I would also shut off water when I was shampooing my hair or putting conditioner in just to go that extra mile. I also tracked how much I was turning off my sink when I was brushing my teeth and doing the dishes, really trying to conserve. So instead of using 65 gallons per day while showering, I brought it down to 20 gallons per day. That's around 45 gallons a day I was saving just by taking shorter showers. The next change I decided to make was through electricity. I usually stay home around 8 hours per day when I'm off of work. So Tuesday through Thursday, while I was home during these 8 hours, instead of leaving on the 4 light bulbs I usually do throughout the whole day during those 8 hours, I decided to time how much I was leaving on the lights. So I changed it from leaving them on for 8 hours a day to 1.5. I did this by using natural light during daylight instead of turning on the lights. And then at night, when I would leave one room, I would turn off that light and then turn on the next one. So I was minimizing my energy usage. I calculated before how much energy I was using. So during those 8 hours, I have 60-watt light bulbs, and it used up 2.04 kilowatts energy per day. And then after I made these changes of only turning on the lights 1.5 hours per day, I am now using only 0.36 kilowatts, which is a huge change. I also changed my food habits. This one was the hardest for me. I consume meat every day, usually 2 meals per day, and most of them were beef. And I found on a website that for every calorie of beef eaten, 22 grams of carbon dioxide is emitted. And so by cutting out beef, poultry, and pork, I saved about 13 pounds of carbon dioxide per day. I found this through a calculator online. I substituted salads instead of meat in my sandwiches for lunch these days. I also ate fruit in the morning rather than eggs and sausage. And then at night, I chose vegetarian options that I found through Pinterest. And I found all the ingredients at a natural food store in Chico. It was more expensive, and it was kind of hard to make those changes and convince my boyfriend to eat those meals with me at night. But we ended up saving probably around 16 ounces of meat, I would guess, between all 3 days. We ate purely vegetarian options. Struggles of my lifestyle change. The water was very manageable and sustainable. It was easier for me to track my water usage now that I was more conscious of it. The electricity was also maintainable, just being aware of turning off lights as I leave the room and using natural light during the day. The diet changes were the hardest, specifically because it was more expensive and time consuming to go find ingredients and recipes for vegetarian options rather than just making a quick trip to Safeway and finding cheap meat that's fast to cook and convincing my boyfriend to eat them. Conclusion, this made me much more conscious about my everyday usage of energy and consumption and how it impacts my life and the environment. And I definitely think I can make long-term changes when it comes to water usage and energy, as well as trying to support more local stores when getting food. Thank you.